remember what they took from you.
Welcome to Will of the Wednesdays, your weekly city news and discussion. Today, we're covering a couple of major changes and teasers, what transitioning to Season 2 will be like, and more. Here are each segment's timestamps. Before we get started, I did originally plan to include a guide for Sub 120 Refraction Railway post-patch. However, most of you have already actually finished it, so I'd like to offer my wisdom in a different way instead. I'll explain all of the intricacies and what you can learn from doing Refraction Railway, aiming for a Sub 70. All of the mechanics and thoughts required going into playing perfectly, coming up in a couple days. So first, here's the news. As you saw a moment ago, the strongest feature for challenge content is going to be fixed this patch. It's unfortunate, but as is, the balance of the game is thrown off heavily, allowing things like cycling through your deck fast enough to use your third skill twice in 4 turns. Seeing how they added ego overclocking into the game, and the fact that a discard mechanic was in Project Moon's previous game, it's entirely possible they add this feature back, but with a cost. A suggestion: maybe once per turn, have an ego resource cost to reroll a new skill, or have the rerolled skill give no ego resources at all. Please add it back in, director. Everyone loves additional complexities and mechanics, and seeing big numbies. Next, Hell's Chicken is coming up in 2 weeks, right on the 20th. It's an easy play on the name for Hell's Kitchen, and will likely feature identities and information in District 23. Looks like our 2 3-0s for the event are likely Gordon and Ramsey, or Gregor and Roshu. A reminder that the roadmap mentions a couple things, like getting earned event-limited identities and ego here. Long-term fans of gacha games know this well. We're finally getting our own welfare characters and weapons. Also, the story end area for this will stay around post-event. It's just that some IDs and ego are limited. Next, it looks like PM has released a fully detailed explanation on what happens post-Season 1, ending on May 18th. If you need a refresher on this information, it will always be available from the dispenser. So, all IDs relating to the first 3 chapters are considered Season 1, while the others are considered Standard, or Season 0, and will always be available to pull. Similarly, all of the Battle Pass egos of this season stay within this season. All gacha egos are Standard. So, your ego shards. When a new season begins, half of the previous season's ego shards will be carried over, converted, and rounded up, while the remaining get converted into thread. Also, the ego shard boxes will do a similar transition as well, whereas they become thread crates. Since previous seasons' IDs and egos will be available in the extraction pool now, the only thing you truly miss out on moving from season to season are event IDs and ego. But again, they have previously stated that events may reappear. As a reward for getting this far, it's time for
Limbus Company!
Your regularly scheduled meme break. Slithering Inquisitor Existence. Compensation 7,800 lunacy. Accounts that completed Refraction Railways before this date will receive the compensation for their turns being wasted. Rewards can be obtained through in-game mail. This looks really close to official, and that's hilarious. I love that they added a little immobilized image. When she was younger, she was a monster. After years of hard work, she is no longer young. There's a leak spinning for my form empties, and that's hella cute. What the fuck is that? Oh! Oh my god, this stupid fish. Oh my god, this legendary art image. As soon as I saw someone mention this in a DM, I immediately said, hey, show me that picture now. The fact that this looks like a Dark Souls image and a piece de la resistance, now's your chance to be a big shot in the abnormality text of it. This is a masterpiece, hidden as a meme. 10 out of 10. Quotes from actual performance evaluations. His men would follow him anywhere, but only out of morbid curiosity. Since my last report, this employee has reached rock bottom and shows signs of starting to dig. I would not allow this employee to breed. I think she's like a praying mantis and would kill any of her partners anyway. This associate is really not so much of a has-been, but it definitely won't be. Feels bad, man. He would be out of his depth in a parking lot puddle. Should I feel embarrassed? I don't even know what that means. This young lady has delusions of adequacy. I don't know about that, Chief. This employee should go far, and the sooner the better. Hi, Orochi, go the fuck over there. He sets low personal standards and then consistently fails to achieve them. Well, let me be the first. Big mood, buddy. This employee is depriving a village somewhere of an idiot. Thank you to Flamingo, Dark, Tora, Chiori, and Manta for posting these memes. So, if you'd like to have a PM meme featured, please consider joining the Discord to post in Project Meme. All links below. Let's get back on track now. Surprise! Cease your contentless behavior. I'm going to occasionally feature community news, mod spotlights, or other happenings here. So, if you're looking for more pain in the PM-verse, why not try a mod? Lobotomy Corporation. Project Moon's first game is on sale for one more day by the time this video comes out, and if it isn't already difficult enough for you, try the mod Kaizo Corp. I've been playing a little recently since I missed Lobotomy Corp, and a lot of the abnormality IDs and stories have been mixed around, so you'd have to have fully memorized them to know who the hell they are. On top of that is another layer of pain, as some of the works and other chances have been greatly modified, thus requiring much more strategy and patience to play it. I highly recommend to find other quality of life mods on the site to help ease the grind and other pains, lest you not want to move from your position for 3 days. Train of thought, what kind of status effect do you think Project Moon should add into Limbus Company? Since I've noticed that there can potentially be a build that trivializes the entire game, featuring identities and egos that are in Season 0, minus Grip Faust, I think a couple balancing ideas are in order. Since you can make a stars perfectly aligned, Pierce the Heavens build, revolving around Hex Nail, Gaze, Pierce and regular fragility, and a 6-speed suppression, it would go a long way for health of the game if immediately one-shotting something weren't possible. It could mean more fully breakable parts, debuff negation that counts down by turn, or early protection. I wouldn't have to roll or try for any new characters if I just have the usual suspects throwing around 150% fragility on everything, and then bursting them down in 2 turns, practically ignoring resistances. So, that's that, and this was This Will of the Wednesday. Happy grinding.